signs that you're an empath. The first one is that you didn't even know there was such a thing as an empath because you thought everybody had empathy. You had no idea until people started throwing around the word empath. And then you're like, oh wait, what is that? You were just always scolded for being too nice. You've had relationships with not one, not two, but multiple narcissists, close relationships, either family, friends, spouses. You get the idea. Let me know if that's true for you in the comments. You have always been shamed for being too sensitive. Oh, you're too sensitive. Stop being so sensitive. You were probably told that from a very young age. Number 4, people use your empathy against you. Not just narcissists, but a lot of people. They use your empathy to manipulate, use, and abuse you. Fun, right? You have a tendency to give people the benefit of the doubt. Innocent till proven guilty, which is the opposite of the way the majority of people in the world work, right? Now you're having to learn that it's better and healthier if you assume everybody is lying to you and then they have to earn your trust. But by nature, that has felt very counterintuitive to you. A couple months ago, I was hacked. So now more than ever, when you like, comment, share, and subscribe, it really does help because I do believe the hacker messed with my channel a bit. I think we've recovered it and saved it, but your support helps now more than ever. How did I get hacked? Well, because I forgot the rule about don't trust anyone. Everyone is guilty until proven innocent. And I had hired an editor that I didn't know. And when they sent me back the MP4, I clicked on it and it was a corrupt file. So in Cyberland, how can you not trust anybody? Hover over the link and make sure it's not a corrupt file before you just click. And don't download random PDFs or anything like that. I just heard of a giant channel, Make Money with Matt, whose entire channel, 400,000 subscribers, vanished because he had clicked on a PDF of an agreement that he was going to do an affiliate agreement with somebody. It was a corrupt file. And then they deleted all of his videos. It's absolutely mortifying when this happens to somebody, especially with that much content. I'm a small channel. I'm a little small channel, little engine that could. So your help really does matter. Your support by liking and subscribing, it matters now more than ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You genuinely do care about the health and well-being of other people, but often it's at the expense of your own. When you learn that you have over-empathized, and so you realize it's healthy to put your needs in the mix, then people call you needy. You realize that you're not perfect, so you work on yourself to a fault, meaning you over-empathize with other people, and when they say it's your fault, you think it must be, because you know that you're not perfect. So you go to therapy, you read books, you meditate on trying to get better, trying to get better, trying to get better. But it's coming from a place of not feeling good enough just because you were over-empathizing with somebody else. You absorb the energy of other people, good, bad, or indifferent. So you could be around somebody that's really uplifting and suddenly you're super energized. But the opposite can happen too. You can be around somebody very negative and suddenly you feel as if you're going through exactly what they're going through, and you can feel really deflated and even depressed. When you finally learn to set up boundaries, you're easily discarded by all the narcissists in your life because it's quite often that you've, like I mentioned before, attracted many. So when you do set up boundaries, a lot of people will be out of there. They'll ghost you, they'll discard you, they'll defame you, and the cycle goes on. You're often just a stepping place for people on the way to what they really want to do, right? Like you feel this energy from people that when you have a need or you have an event or you have a thing and it's not about them, it's a nuisance. So they'll do it sometimes out of obligation just so they can get more from you. But it's not out of a genuine care for you. So say you're putting on a big event and you have a friend come, they're gonna make that event about them. Maybe there's a contact there they wanna meet. So they're gonna do everything they can to get to that event, but not to support you. It's to meet their own needs. So everything that you have in your life is just a stepping stone for many of the people around you. So if you have a birthday party or something like that, they're gonna be like, oh, I have this other thing, unless there's something there that can serve them. You have overflowing empathy for everyone, except a lack of empathy for the most important person. You know who that is? You. You sometimes wish that you could be a narcissist so that you would be much more accepted and well-liked and popular. You're a lone wolf, and yet you can throw the best parties. You often find yourself in leadership positions because that's where you can be included. If you're holding the space for a lot of people, now you feel like you fit in. You say, sure, a lot. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, do it the way that makes you feel comfortable. I'm fine with anything. I'm flexible, you say. You justify abuse from people that you love. For instance, if you have a girlfriend who's a narcissist or abusive in any way, you may say, oh, she means well. She didn't mean that. She's misunderstood. She's a good girl. She had a tough day that day, that's all. Or he was really stressed out. He didn't mean to be that way. He's a really good guy once you get to know him. After years of being shamed for being too nice, you get into therapy to work on yourself and you realize you've been a people pleaser and codependent. And codependent is a very annoying word because you're like, wait, I've never depended on anybody. How is it that I'm codependent if my needs have never been met? So you do more therapy, you go on retreats, and you constantly try to do better. This is a great attribute, by the way. So don't double shame yourself for working on yourself. But sometimes it can be to a fault because nobody is perfect. You feel really guilty if you go no contact with an abuser. Oftentimes, empaths are not born, they're created. So oftentimes, it's because you were raised in a family or some sort of situation where you learned to be safe and to actually try to self-nurture and protect yourself. You had to put the needs of somebody else first because it lessened the abuse. Please let me know if any of these resonate with you. But don't do it to please me, okay? Do it to please yourself. Do it to gather in community and realize that you're not alone in this. As much as the abusers want you to believe that you're just some needy, annoying, empathetic person, you do matter and you have gifts and talents to share. So join in this community and raise your vibe. Be sure to subscribe.